The period now after Tishrei, after the festivals leading up to Chanukah, is a very, very special time. It's considered like a new beginning. The year officially begins. Like we see, for example, the Parsha after Simchat Torah is Bereshit, Genesis. We actually begin the Torah, the week, the Shabbat, after all of the Chagim, the festivals of Tishrei, finish. After the intensity of Rosh Hashanah, 10 days of Tshuva, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, Hoshana Rabbah, Simchat Torah, then we're ready to begin. And this period is the beginning in every area, especially in serving Hashem. In the world, in the Jewish world especially, or even in the secular world, people consider this time as the beginning of the year. The school year also, how it works out, that generally it fits in more or less with this time. But in Judaism, this is considered the time. They say in Breslov writings that Tishrei is the light, and Cheshvan is the reshimu, the imprint of this light. In other words, the light of the month of Tishrei, of all the amazing things we do, taking the lulav, the etrog, doing the hakafot, dancing with the Torah, hearing the shofar, Yom Kippur, the light is sometimes very intense and even is considered to be above our level. However, after this light is removed, the imprint is something which is more manageable. And because of that, Rabbi Nachman or the Breslov Hasidim would quote Rav Pinchas of Koretz, Rav Pinchas Shapiro Koretzer, one of the main Hasidic masters. He would call these nights beginning now, towards the end of Tishrei into Cheshvan, he would call them in Yiddish the Gildene Nacht, the golden nights. Because as now we begin the winter nights, the nights are longer and the days are shorter. And the advantage of the nights is that the time span between midnight and the morning prayer is longer. Midnight can reach in certain places, in North America, in Europe, even here in Israel, to be even up to 11:30 p.m., 12 can be midnight. And that is a propitious time, if you can, of course, to get up and to immerse yourself in many devotions, because the night is long. You have sometimes a good 5, 6, even 7 hours until the morning prayers. And if you have the ability and it's within your reach to be able to be up, to get up for that time period, it's something which is totally gold, literally gold. You will see it for yourself. Give it a try. Taste Torah study, prayer, devotion, those hours between midnight and the morning prayers. You will see that it's literally Gan Eden, golden, unbelievable. And the devotions include, for example, getting up at midnight, doing what's called the Tikkun Chatzot, the midnight lament, spending good time in talking to Hashem, if you can, in a forest, in a field, if not, wherever you can, where you're secluded, if it's in your kitchen or your living room, somewhere where you can be alone, in a Beis Midrash, a Torah study hall where it's empty, wherever you can find to be alone and to connect to Hashem in your own words, to get involved in Hasidic teachings, learning, having Sedarim, to learn Zohar if you're at that level, to learn the code of Jewish law, to learn Mishnah, to learn Gemara, whatever you can. It is a golden opportunity. And this really is a preparation for the light of Chanukah. Everything in Judaism, one thing is a preparation for the next thing. So in other words, we look at all the festivals that we just went through, as from Rosh Hashanah, from Elul, all the way now up to Simchat Torah, as a preparation for the new year, and as a preparation for the next stage. What's the next stage? Chanukah. So this period now, which is the imprint, the impression of the high holidays, serves to prepare us to receive the light of Chanukah. And if we merit, the light of Chanukah can become even greater than what we experienced on Rosh Hashanah, on Yom Kippur, on Sukkot. Rabbi Nachman teaches in one lesson that Chanukah is a derivative, is derived from Yom Kippur. So according to Yom Kippur, that's afterwards how you'll have your Chanukah. He brings that in for one lesson. But the idea is to be wise, to use this time of Cheshvan, the end of Tishrei, the beginning of Kislev, to use it wisely, to try your best to go to bed early. Rav Levi Yitzchak Bender, who was known for at least 75 years straight to never miss a night of getting up at midnight, 75 years straight. He passed away at the age of 90 something, and for over 75 years he was getting up every night at midnight, right? So he was an expert in this matter, and he would say, "Hachacham einav berosho," the wise man, his eyes are up at front. It's a verse, I think, from Mishlei, from Proverbs, but he would explain it like this: Hachacham, someone who's wise, his eyes are at einav berosho, at the beginning of what? Of the night, of seeing to it, to going to bed as early as possible. If I can, it's within my control. I have jurisdiction, I have control over my nights, over my time. I'm not subjugated, submitted to other people. Then I should do so to go to bed as soon as possible. Right after the evening prayer, Arvit, to eat something small, even if you can eat earlier, greater, much better. And to go to bed early and to wake up at midnight and to experience these golden nights. Rav Nosson once said that what a Jew can reach on a Friday night, on a Shabbat evening, winter night, he can reach a level which is even higher than Kol Nidre of the night of Yom Kippur. The light and the experience he can get on a winter Friday night can be even far greater than that. So to be wise, take advantage of this new time, and to be smart, to invest the energy in the proper area. And if you have obstacles, if there's family obligations, there's weddings, there's bar mitzvahs, there's shopping, there's things, at least daven about it. Tell Hashem that you want to yearn to have the merit, the zchut of getting up at midnight, of tasting this Gan Eden, this golden period from midnight until the morning prayers, to experience this closeness to Hashem, which is totally unparalleled in the world. For anyone who's tasted it, they know this to be true. And it starts in this period, and it's so important to try to get the beginning of the year on the right footing, to be wise, to go to bed early, and to use these nights properly on the second half of the night. The Ben Ish Chai, just to sum up with this, he brings down that health-wise, it's much healthier to sleep in the first half of the night and to be up in the second part of the night for health reasons. And he gives a nice analogy, we won't go into that, but to keep that in mind, that to go to bed early is a good thing. It's not such a positive thing to go to bed late. Again, people have obligations, obstacles, etc. You're not in control of your time, etc. But if you can, and if you can't, at least to yearn and daven about it, to have the merit to get to bed early, and to get up early, and to taste this special experience of the golden hours of these winter nights.